Lance Barber's return as George Sr. on Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, a heartfelt moment for fans of the Cooper family. Lance Barber, best known for his portrayal of George Cooper Sr. on Young Sheldon, is set to make a return in a highly anticipated episode of Georgie and Mandy's first marriage. This marks a significant moment in the narrative world of the Cooper family, with fans eagerly awaiting the return of the beloved character. In this episode, George Sr. will appear in a way that adds emotional depth to the family dynamics and offers a meaningful exploration of Georgie's journey as a grown man. Here's everything we know so far about Lance Barber's return and what it means for the show. The significance of George Sr.'s return. George Sr. was an integral part of the Young Sheldon series, contributing to the heart of the Cooper family with his no-nonsense, yet loving, demeanor. His character resonated deeply with viewers, portraying a father figure who was complex yet relatable. When the show took a dramatic turn in the later seasons with George Sr.'s tragic passing, fans were left grieving alongside the Cooper family. His absence was felt throughout the series, and his death became a key emotional turning point. Georgie and Mandy's first marriage serves as a new chapter in the Young Sheldon universe, and Lance Barber's return as George Sr. in this show offers fans a chance to revisit his character. While George Sr.'s death remains an important part of the series canon, his return in Georgie and Mandy's first marriage offers an intriguing new opportunity to explore the lasting influence of the patriarch on his family, particularly on Georgie, his oldest son. A dream sequence that bridges generations. In this new episode, George Sr.'s return is marked by a heartfelt dream sequence. The narrative choice to bring him back this way is a poignant one, especially for a character who has passed away in the Young Sheldon timeline. A dream sequence allows the show to reconnect George Sr. with his family, while respecting the emotional gravity of his death. For Georgie, the moment is crucial as it serves as a way for him to work through his unresolved feelings about his father's death. In the episode, Georgie is grappling with the weight of his impending marriage to Mandy. He's unsure about how to proceed and finds himself doubting whether his father would approve of his choices. This moment of uncertainty becomes the backdrop for the dream sequence, where George Sr. appears to offer wisdom, comfort, and some fatherly guidance. This dream serves as a bridge between the generations, allowing George Sr. to pass on advice to Georgie even after his death. The symbolism is powerful, suggesting that the influence of parents transcends time and remains a guiding force in the lives of their children. While George Sr. may no longer be physically present, his presence in Georgie's mind represents the enduring bond between father and son. Lance Barber's take on returning to the role. Lance Barber expressed his excitement about returning to the role of George Sr., sharing that it felt like both a natural continuation and a heartfelt tribute to the character. Barber's portrayal of George Sr. was widely praised for its authenticity, and his return has generated excitement among longtime fans of Young Sheldon. In interviews, Barber spoke about how he approached the return in a dream sequence, emphasizing the importance of keeping the character's essence intact while also acknowledging the emotional weight that George Sr.'s death carried. For Barber, returning to George Sr. was an opportunity to explore the nuances of the character in a new way. Dream sequences, by their very nature, allow for a more surreal experience, and Barber was able to bring out a different side of George Sr. in this context. Rather than the typical father figure we saw in Young Sheldon, this version of George Sr. is more reflective and tender, offering Georgie the emotional support he needs during a time of uncertainty. Barber also spoke about the joy of reuniting with the cast and crew, many of whom he had worked with during the run of Young Sheldon. He noted that his return to the role was especially meaningful because of the strong relationships he built with the other actors, and that there was a sense of nostalgia in revisiting the character for the first time since George Sr.'s death. A gift to the fans, emotional resonance and continuity. The return of George Sr. is not just a moment for the characters on screen, it's also a gift for the fans who have followed the Coopers' journey over the years. Young Sheldon introduced audiences to the Cooper family dynamics, and George Sr. played an essential role in shaping Sheldon's quirky personality and the family's interactions. His death left a significant gap, and his absence in subsequent episodes of Young Sheldon served as a reminder of how impactful he had been to the family. Now, with Georgie and Mandy's first marriage, the show brings back George Sr. in a creative and emotional way. The dream sequence allows for a moment of closure for both Georgie and the audience. Fans who were left grieving his death on Young Sheldon can now experience a kind of emotional reconciliation with the character through the lens of Georgie's reflection. In this sense, the return of George Sr. serves as a beautiful way to honor the legacy of the character, while deepening the emotional resonance of the series. Georgie's growth and the legacy of George Sr. One of the central themes of this episode is Georgie's personal growth. As he approaches his first marriage, he finds himself confronting many of the same questions and fears that his father might have had when he was starting his own family. This parallel journey is explored through the dream sequence, where George Sr. offers Georgie advice that is both practical and emotionally grounding. George Sr.'s wisdom in the dream sequence is not just about giving Georgie fatherly advice, but also about reminding him of the importance of family, love, and commitment. It's a reminder of the values that George Sr. imparted to his children, even though he is no longer there in the physical sense. Through this moment, Georgie and Mandy's first marriage adds another layer to the Cooper family's legacy, suggesting that the influence of loved ones continues long after they are gone. The emotional impact of George Sr.'s return. The emotional impact of George Sr.'s return is undeniable. It provides a moment of catharsis for fans who have followed the Cooper family since the Big Bang Theory days. Seeing George Sr. again, even in a dream, is a comforting reminder of how much he meant to the family and how his presence still looms large over their lives. This dream sequence serves as an emotional anchor for the episode, allowing both the characters and the viewers to reflect on the importance of family, love, and the enduring bond between parents and children. In conclusion, Lance Barber's return as George Sr. on Georgie and Mandy's first marriage is a deeply emotional and creative decision that adds significant value to the show. Through the dream sequence, fans are given a chance to reconnect with the character while exploring the themes of legacy, personal growth, and the lasting influence of family. This return is a beautiful tribute to George Sr. and a meaningful moment in the Cooper family's ongoing journey.